We've all heard the common question asked, "How are you?" And if English is your second language, you were probably taught in school to respond, "I'm fine, thank you, and you?" Although this response is correct, it's not really how native English speakers actually speak with each other. It feels a little too formal and robotic, right? I'm fine, thank you, and you? There are so many better ways to respond. A lot of the time when someone says, "How are you?" especially if it's a stranger or someone in passing, it's actually more of a rhetorical question or more like a greeting. You might be passing someone on the street and they say, "How are you?" And before you can answer, boom, they're gone. This is because they are greeting you. They're not really asking you to tell them about your life. If you're just learning English, it might be confusing to you whether you should respond or say nothing at all. Let's break this down into two groups. First, responses to the question, "How are you?" when it's a stranger or someone in passing, meaning it's more like a greeting. And second, responses to "How are you?" when it's a friend or someone who actually is wanting to know how you are doing or what is going on in your life. Here we go. First, let's say you were at the bank and the bank teller asks, "How are you today?" He's really greeting you and not asking you to start spilling the details about your life. So in this case, you can say something short and to the point like, "I'm good, thanks." Or, "Pretty good, how about you?" You see, it's nice to return the question, "How about you?" But again, remember, you're not actually asking the person to go into detail about how they are. You are just being polite and greeting them back. You might even just reply, "Good, yourself?" It's only 2 words, but it completely works in English conversation. Another response to someone in passing when they ask, "How are you?" is, "Can't complain," which basically means you're doing well and you have nothing to complain about. Can't complain. This is another good option. So, a quick recap. If someone is greeting you with the phrase, "How are you?" good responses are, "I'm good, thanks." "Pretty good, how about you?" "Can't complain," or simply, "Good." Now, if you are talking to a friend or someone that you know better, and you are engaging in a conversation where they ask, "How are you?" or something like, "How have you been?" In this scenario, you can go into a little bit more detail about how you are. A good rule of thumb is to first answer the question, and second, follow it up with a linking question to keep the conversation going. For example, you might say, "I've been all right. How have you been?" Answer the question and follow it up with a question. If you are doing well, you might say one of these responses. "I'm great. How are you?" Or, "Life is good. What's new with you?" Or, "I've been pretty good. How are you doing?" All of these are common responses to the question, "How are you?" If you aren't doing so great, you might use one of these responses. "I've been a little bit stressed, but I'll make it through. How are things going for you?" Or, "I'm hanging in there. How about you?" Or, "I've been better. What's new with you?" So as you see, it's a pattern. Even if your day isn't going great, answer the question and then follow it up with a question like, "How are you doing?" Now you'll be prepared the next time somebody asks you, "How are you?" I hope you've enjoyed this video, and we hope that you guys will subscribe to our channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the little bell button so that you'll be notified every time we release a video, and make sure you share it with your friends. Practice, practice, practice. That makes perfect, and I'll see you on the next Fluent Worlds video.